Hello, welcome to Garden Chronicles. My name is James David, and in today's video, I would like to share a little bit about my thoughts and experiences on this particular cane begonia known as Maculata Wrightii. This will be very much based on my personal experience and my opinion concerning this particular begonia. So sit back and enjoy the show. A little introduction on this cane begonia known as Maculata Wrightii. It was considered one of the highly sought after cane begonias and considered very popular due to the polka dot features on its leaves. It was also considered trending plants in those days few years ago and was very expensive when it was first introduced here in the plant market. One of the main factors was these were imported and also had faced many challenges, especially when these were facing acclimatization issue where many really didn't make it. And due to this factor of being stressed, this drove the plant cost much more higher, as it could have easily cost about 300 to 500 ringgit when it was first introduced. These are the collection of the plants that is sold in this local nursery here, and you can actually see the telltale signs of leaf ages where it's actually burnt due to lack of humidity. Of course, there are also some flowers here may would have started to bloom due to stress condition, or could be the factor where it is being used because of fertilizing. I must say that most of these plants look a little bit highly matured and may have seen better days. However, if you are a seasoned gardener and expert in begonias, I would consider that purchasing this plant would be more on a context where you can actually propagate this to make more begonia plants, as most of these plants appear to be finish its season, and so some of these leaves appear to be just surviving and going through its cycle. Based on my observation, I have noticed that the younger leaves do tend to have smaller dots along the leaf edges. However, the matured leaves appear to have a bigger dots and more spaced out, and the side smaller dots appear to be missing. So do take note of this particular feature, as I have many times mistaken this for two different plants, thinking that there is another hybrid based on this. However, after a lot of observation and experience, I've realized that these two features are actually appearing to be coming from the same one particular type of begonia. Also, if you have also noticed that some of the leaves do tend to have frills along the leaves. So all these actually are coming from one singular plant species. Also, before purchasing, do inspect carefully the plant that you're buying, because at times you will find in this effect where the leaves have been dropped. These are the telltale signs where the begonia is actually facing a rot problem. Also, another factor that I will always advise is to always check on the potting media. Over here is actually mostly appear to be coconut peat and cocoa peat, and so this could be one of the major factors where it is actually not suitable for lowland climate planting material. So what I would actually advise is to repot them and to do it carefully, because eventually when it comes to overwatering, you may face root rot problem. This particular begonia is what I've cultivated in my garden space, and you can see that I still have this telltale signs of humidity problem. However, it is not so bad because I have actually tried to place them in a good humidity factor. Together with, I have also changed the soil medium. I do check on them in time to time to see whether the cane begonia does have proper support. And one of the factors here is that constant checking and fastening them to a proper support system actually helps the plant, this cane begonia, to stand erect and will have a better stability in this growth. As you can notice here, the initial plant that I actually purchased do have some burns, especially the matured leaf when I first purchased it. Now this is a new leaf. If you can notice that it is much more well balanced, but however it is not yet matured, hence there are more dots on the leaf. And if you also notice at the back of the leaf, it is not fully red like the matured maculata. Like most cane begonias, once the plant have acclimatized, it's basically very easy. If we can just take care on the three main factor, that is placing them in bright shaded area, also in the factor of watering them when it's just moist, and the other factor of it is that regular light feeding. Basically these three main factors will be great enough for this particular begonia to thrive and able to grow very well in the garden space. I have now come to the conclusion of my video. If you have any questions concerning this particular begonia, do put them in a comment below, and I try my best as possible to answer them based on my opinion and experience. If you can, please do click like and subscribe and support my channel. I will really truly appreciate it. And if you can, also do check on my other videos concerning begonia care and cultivation. Thank you so much for visiting, and I catch you in my next video. Take care and enjoy yourself. Bye.